Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the channel and welcome to your October 2022 message from Spirit. Happy birthday, first and foremost, to those of you who celebrate in October. I hope it is the most magical year yet. I hope you enjoyed your previous year and you feel loved and celebrated in all of the ways possible. All right, as always, we're going to be using this singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that might be stuck here, does not belong to you, to connect to each other as a collective, and then as a collective to Spirit to get the most accurate reading for you all. If you would like to use this time to call any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more, the merrier. So, let's get into it. Okay. All right, guys, let's see what we've got. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Scorpio collective, please. Oh, my deck's upside down. What messages do the Scorpios need to know at this time? Most accurate and relevant messages for Scorpio at this time, please, Spirit. Okay. I hope everyone is surviving all of these retrogrades and all of this planetary stuff that we've got going on. There's a lot. I hope everyone is doing well and thriving and using this time as it is intended. Revisiting things, sorting things out, maybe working things through a different way, etc., etc. Not texting your exes, never a good idea. All right. Trying to find a place where this can shine its little light because I love all the prisms, but it's just in the way. I guess I'll just put it back where it was then. Fine. Alright. 3 more cards, please. 4 of Wands and 2 of Wands. Interesting. Oof. Okay. Alright. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Take the leap. You are supported. You will be supported. Go on the adventure. Do the thing. Pull the trigger. Be brave. Be adventurous. Be bold. Go forth with boldness. Alright. Current energies. I know this time of day is really weird because it's hard to see the cards, but maybe I'll just stop showing them to you. Alright. 8 of Coins as your current energy. You're working really hard, very diligently, very dedicated to something, to one certain particular craft. This is building a business, building a brand, building an empire. You're very focused and not much can deter you from this. This is something that you're very skilled at, and it's not necessarily something that I was going to say comes naturally, but that's not also necessarily the case, but it's something that you work very hard at day in and day out. And you're building, putting all the building blocks together. You see how this man is building whatever this is, and he's got this one last little piece left, but he's doing it very carefully and very diligently. He's not doing it recklessly. It's like a very meticulous thing. You're coming up on a phase where you've put in the hard work and you're almost to the point where you're ready to reap the rewards. And if this is something that okay, so I'm getting the imagery of you have multiple streams of income at this time. So this one feels like something maybe that you've just put a lot of attention, a lot of detail, a lot of effort and energy into to kind of get it perfect. I feel like you're very particular about things and you want everything to be a certain way before you present it, but it feels like you're getting ready to present it, if that makes sense. So say you've had a project that you've been working on for 2 years, some sort of product that you've been working on, you want the shipping, the labels, the bottle, the everything to be just right, and so it's taken you a little bit more time, but it feels like it's getting really close. I will say that the downfall here showing up as the 5 of Swords, it could be that this meticulousness, this particularness could be holding up progress a little bit. It's that whole situation where things just are never going to be perfect, and at some point you just have to be like, okay, it's ready, it's got to go out, and then you can refine and you can tweak from there. But I feel like you're at a point where you kind of need to get feedback before you can make certain changes, because if you just keep making changes based on what you think or what you feel or whatever, you'll never really know. Maybe the first iteration would have been your best seller, but you kept tweaking and you kept tweaking, and now it's like, I don't know. I'm getting that it could be to your downfall if you keep delaying, if you keep putting off the launch, putting off whatever this is, the presenting it to the world because you want it to be perfect. I feel like it could be one of those things that's kind of time sensitive. Like the sooner you get it out, the better, because it's something that people really need, or someone's going to beat you to the market and then yours isn't going to be the first of this. And then it'll just feel like you're copying someone else, and it could just take the wind out of all of it for you, if that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Very specific for a few of you. In your recent past, you've had a lot of heartbreak. You've had a significant heartbreak. And this showing up in your recent past does not mean that it happened recently. It could have happened last year, the year before. But it's something that was very major. This could be the end of a marriage, the end of a relationship, some big betrayal. This feels like something that was reoccurring, something that happened more than once, and it finally was like, okay, that's enough. Enough is enough. I can't make this work anymore. I can't do this anymore. It's going to keep happening. There is no changing this situation. I just need to leave. But it feels like maybe the anniversary of that thing is coming up, a divorce, the anniversary of maybe when you found out about a third-party situation is coming up, and so this time of year could be really hard for you. It could have happened on a certain day that you kind of always remember, and that could be approaching. So it's like it's in the past, and it feels like you've definitely moved on from it, but there's still some things that could trigger that hurt. It's just like you still feel it as if it happened recently, even if it did not. But what this heartbreak led you to is this strength that maybe I'm not going to say you never knew you had, but you might not have known that it was at this level. Like, you've always known that you were strong. You've always known that you were capable and that you were able and that you are beautiful and worthy. But maybe you just never knew to what capacity. Like, you knew you were highly favored, but it's on an entirely different level now, because I feel like whatever this heartbreak was definitely holding back your favor, because when you're connected to certain people, it's like they can hold up your progress, they can hold up your blessings even, or hold back, I guess, your blessings, because you guys are so closely affiliated, because you guys share space, you share energy, you share whatever. And it could just be that their thoughts and their actions were just, see, I wish it would stay like that, bright like that. That would be nice. Their actions were directly affecting your blessings, is what I'm getting. And now that you're free of this, that you are flourishing, you are proud, you are shining, you're beautiful. If you think about Leo and all of the energy that they embody, this confident, very confident, that's the word that's coming to mind. I feel like once you left this situation and maybe even gained some more truth, some more stuff might have come to light. You might have seen things that weren't revealed to you before. So now it's like you're in this completely different mind space, this completely different energy, because you have the confidence to walk away from things that are hurtful, that are, I feel like your tolerance for bullshit is much lower than it used to be. You might have tolerated things that you never in a million years thought that you would tolerate in the name of love, family, loyalty, whatever it was. And now it's like, never, ever, ever again will I ever compromise. When I feel like something's off, I don't even need proof anymore. I'm out. That's it. Bye. And you couldn't have gotten to that space without this betrayal. You couldn't have gotten to this space either. I feel like it kind of forced you to take the focus off of, say it was a relationship, it could have been a friendship, it could have been a work environment that you felt betrayed in, but it forced you to put the focus into whatever this is, this project, this business, this skill, hobby, whatever it is. This heartbreak might have been the only way, this might have been what saved your life, and it's leading you to even more strength and emotional maturity. And it's like you've been through so much when it comes to disappointment and heartbreak that you're very emotionally stable and you're very emotionally mature. Like there's not much that can knock you off. Like you've been through the worst and there's nothing that can throw you off anymore. What is in your mind space right now? You want to be celebrated. You want to celebrate. You want to have things worth celebrating. You want to party even. You could be thinking about what your future looks like as far as romance, as far as marriage, and just stability in general, what that looks like to you. What is my foundation? If I were to build a perfect foundation, what does it look like? I feel like you're spending a lot of time thinking about that and kind of redefining and maybe shifting what your what's the word I'm looking for? What stability, thank you. What stability looks like for you, to you. And then on top of that, just having a lot of fun. You want to have fun again. You want to feel light and bright and celebrated and celebratory again is what I'm getting. Maybe you've kind of slipped out of that space because you haven't felt like you really have much to celebrate. Things could have been pretty dark for you in the recent years, I'm going to say. But the light is coming back and you will have much to celebrate. In your subconscious, what you might not be aware of, your mind's eye is very focused on something. What it is, I cannot be sure because this is a general reading, so I don't have any clarifier, but for me it feels like it's pointing to this Four of Wands up here. So it's like your subconscious, your conscious mind are very much on the same wavelength, because what you're thinking about, your subconscious is also very focused on. So whatever it is that you want to bring into your life right now, your subconscious is on board, and you can do it quite effortlessly at this time. Advice from Spirit: you need to delegate. You need to drop some of the load, especially if it's other people's burdens, their trauma that maybe they're even dumping on you. They could be using you as like an emotional dumping grounds. You need to offload some of that. I also feel like this has a lot to do with work. You've got a lot on your plate. You could be one of those people who has ton million things going at work, and you also have 4 children, and you have a house, and you have all of these things, and you're a single parent, and just you have a lot on your plate is what I'm getting. So Spirit is saying, before you get to the point where you need to be sat down because you're not going to do it yourself, you need to offload, you need to delegate, you need to ask for help, and maybe not even ask for help, but tell people, I need you to take this over, I need this project to be yours now, I need you to spearhead this, I need you to run with this. Whatever it takes, you need to get some things off of your plate. And the easiest way to do that is to identify what is yours, what's your responsibility, what did I put on this plate, and what have other people kind of offloaded on me, and then you then offload that and get rid of it because it is not yours. Release. Energies around you. It could be you are picking up on a lot of like shady kind of people not really being very honest with you, not being very forthcoming. Could be situations where you ask or people allude to certain things, but they don't tell you the full details. And it's like, why even mention it all if you're not going to tell me what you know, or if you're not going to divulge all of the information? Why even say anything at all? But it feels like people are kind of playing into this very Halloween-y, mysterious kind of vibe is what I'm getting, like not giving all the information. Omissions also is what I just heard. Your hopes and fears. You want to get to a place where you feel complete, where you feel content, where you're not looking towards, okay, what do I have to do next? Okay, what's coming up next? What's this? What's this? What's this? You want to feel like you've completed something. You've seen it from start to finish, from cradle to grave, and you can feel really good and content in knowing that you don't have anything to do, that there's nothing coming next. There's not like, okay, we finished this one out. Now when are we starting the next one? It's like, okay, we finished this out, and we can just really sit in it and think in it and be whole and comforted by the fact that there is nothing looming. There's no impending deadlines. There's nothing. That's the space that you want to get to. You want to feel free of all that, I feel like. The outcome of all of this for you, the Hanged Man, there's going to be a perspective shift for you. I'm trying to get more details on what that could be in regards to. I don't know. I feel like you're just going to be seeing something very different than maybe you have ever. You could be seeing a different side of things. You could be seeing someone else's side of things. Not that it's really going to change anything for you, but it could just be a realization. This, I'm getting, oddly enough, this could also be like a dream where you are experiencing something from someone else's perspective, someone else's point of view. And maybe you wake up from that kind of with some new knowledge, with some new insight to kind of how they operate, how they feel, what they experience in this situation. It's interesting, for sure. All right, Spirit, what else is here for Scorpio? What other messages do we have for Scorpio at this time, please, Spirit? What other messages are here for Scorpio? Reflection, card number 32. Scorpio, please, Spirit, what do we need to know? What else is here for Scorpio, please, Spirit? Lizard. Interesting. All right, let's read about it. Reflection. Card number 32. This is from Seasons of the Witch Shawin Oracle deck. Okay, reflection. Truth. Fear. Reflection shows you the person you've become, for better or worse. It shows the parts of yourself you wish you could hide, the parts to your liking, and the parts that are to your liking. Your reflection has no desire to hide your truth. You are being Good gravy. You are being guided to acknowledge who you are at this time. Looking to the future is great, and so is setting goals, but how can you make a plan for where you're going if you haven't come to terms with where you are now? It can be challenging to stand in the truth of who you are today. No one wants to say, I'm overweight, or I'm in debt, or I'm sabotaging my goals. However, pretending these circumstances do not exist is like hiding under a sheet of paper in a rainstorm. It will protect you for a few moments, but eventually the water will soak through and you will be forced to face your reality, or in this case, your reflection. Reflection has come into your reading to ask you to be honest with yourself. Stop hiding from the situation you are facing. You must use where you are as a starting place for any real change to occur. Beautiful. All right, lizard, which I think is fire. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle. Dreamer. That sounds a lot like you guys, yes. The lizard is an expert of the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist, who's been whispering your name. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, and flaky, to bring into balance a creative project. I don't know why I can't stop yawning all of a sudden, just completely hit a wall. I don't know if you guys are dealing with that same thing. You could be very sleepy right now. You could be really wanting a nap. It might just be me. I'm going to leave it at that, though, guys. I love you all so very much. And again, happiest of happy birthday to those of you celebrating in October. And I will see you next time. Bye.